name or smell or like some sort of perfect. Thank you so much.
So we're gonna have you stand just right here in the middle of these gentlemen.
Con, what's up, man? It's good to see you again. It's a pleasure, man. So first of all, I'm asking everybody tonight, what to expect when it comes to your fight scene with Keanu. So I mean, what was it like working with Keanu and just working across from him as a
I mean,
rival?
for me, it was like working with. It is working with one of the best, one of the greatest to ever do it. Throughout, if you think of the decades of what he's been doing, and as I got there, I was like, wait, I thought I worked extra hard. He was like, he worked at that level, but he also was like, already had the martial arts experience, also had the jiu-jitsu, so I had a lot to learn. But it was incredible because we got there and he knew I was with him, and as much as we rival in the film, you still have to be partners in working in the process. So
I mean, he's such a seasoned actor. Was there anything that you were able to learn from him and maybe pull from him?
well, I mean, more it was like through example, his dedication, his commitment. You continue to see like even when he was injured, he was still doing all the flips and stuff. So it just I didn't be like, oh, I learned I need to be tough, but it was just like I can't be over here whining about some bruises. I got to keep it going, So I mean, and just one other thing about him that I loved was that he's a real he don't just talk when it just to be talking. Sometimes you around people that just be like, oh, just running their mouth, and he's just like, sometimes he quiet, sometimes he like, what's going on? So it's an honesty in him, and like I felt that vibe just being a part of this movie. It was real good people, and man, I hope people enjoy the movie.
Sure. I mean, last night the SAG Awards, and we've seen a lot of the award shows. Man, people have been dedicating a lot of their speeches, just heartfelt, compassionate things. And what are your thoughts about what we've been seeing this in the news?
Oh man, I think it's powerful, man. As far as people dedicating their speeches to that, and not making it all about us. I mean, the person, but it's like, man, this is about us, and we see some injustices going on, so we're going to speak up. What's been going on in this country is awakening so many of us, as difficult as it may be, because it is difficult. I think it's uniting us in a way that we never have experienced, at least during this lifetime, our generations. So I think it's uniting us, it's awakening us, as people are standing up in different ways. And I think we're going to see a change for the better in the future. It's going to be a tough fight, but it's going to be a change for the better. And this is like us putting our energy and minds towards it.
All right, last question. When it comes to what the president has said about your particular city of Chicago, I mean, what are your thoughts about that? Some people have stood up. I mean, what are your thoughts just about the action he wants to take?
Well, I have to be honest. I never really depended on any really government official to change what's going on in Chicago. And I actually think if any government official did really want to change it, then they would have been making an effort already. I think President Obama wanted to change it and tried to make some effort to make that happen. But those changes got to come from within our communities. Don't get me wrong, like jobs and opportunities can be provided by the government, but I mean, most revolutions and most real big changes came from the people. It wasn't the government saying we're gonna start the revolution. So, and I mean revolution is a real change where there's less violence going on.
Would you meet with him if you had a chance?
No, I'm good. I'm good on that. Yeah, I mean, because I think my work is gonna be done more with the people and grassroots organizations, and also like maybe state and local officials out there who I know are already down and making that effort.
Thanks for your time. Yeah. Really want to know what it was like working with Common and having the action sequences with him.
Yeah, Common, I had worked with him before in another film, and so it was great to see him again. He's such an incredible artist, and when I met with him, he was just saying how much he really enjoyed the first John Wick, and that he wanted to do the John Wick action and be in that world, and he meant it. I mean, he really committed to it, spent the time, and then when he showed up, it was just amazing. And I think we have some special fights in this film and a cool chemistry. We're both assassins. We're both masters. We're kind of both old guns, and we're peers. So there's this respect, but we have some differences of opinion. But it was really cool to work with him, and he's really fantastic in the film and brought so much. So it was really cool. All right, cheers. Thank you.
great. I mean, I've seen the movie, and the movie's really cool.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Hello.
How are you, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. It's nice to meet you.
Who am I meeting?
My name is Michael.
Michael.
Mike Melendi.
Nice to meet you, Mr.
It's a
Melendi.
pleasure. A pleasure. When it comes to an honor, first of all, when it comes to just what audiences expect to see from the action sequences, there's a lot going on in this film. I mean, what is your most exciting part that you think is going on?
I enjoyed the fights with Keanu and Common very much.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the fights with Keanu and Ruby very much. They're really, really cool.
And I mean, teaming back up with Keanu, was it something that you were excited to see? I know.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I asked to be in the movie. Yeah.
And just given what we've seen in the last, I would say, 4 years, there's a lot of diversity as far as African Americans go on screen. What are your thoughts about that? And what we could see in the future?
It's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. Yeah.